operating from a place of abundance. If I feel like I'm yearning it, I'm craving it, it's because I'm operating from a place of lack. I don't have that. I'm willing to go to the club and I don't even feel like going to the club. But I'm like, I know guys are gonna try to talk to me and do this, that, and the third. And will they be the type of men that I really want to entertain? No. The next day I will not text them. I will get a free drink and feel like I did something. The whole time I don't need that to feel like I did something. You know what I'm saying?
I hope you know what it's taking. You know this cookie's for the bag. Kitty, kitty, baby, get her things to rest. Cause you done beat her like the 68 Jets.
What's going on, you guys? It's the one and the only, the first and the finest, Miss Wright. Thank you for tuning into this video. In today's video, we are going to be getting ready and chatting. This will be a discussion, get ready with me vlog, because we are also going to be going on a solo date. But I felt inclined, I have to rush a little bit too, so it won't be a crazy get ready with me. It's just more so me talking to y'all while I'm getting ready to go on this solo date. And my desire to go on this solo date is because of how I've been feeling the last 2 days, and I just was like, you know what, I feel inclined to do something to counter that feeling. I should talk to y'all about it, because I might not be the only one feeling that way. So that's my thought process. So yeah, I'm just gonna be quickly getting ready. I was gonna do a fullish beat, but I just looked up the place I'm going to, and it closes at 3. It's almost 12 o'clock. And I'm going there to sit and relax and drink coffee and work. So it's a pretty cute and aesthetic coffee shop. Coffee shops are something I'm really into. I think you guys know that. I went to Black Coffee out here, and I think I might make it a world tour. Not even just when I'm looking for places and things to do in Atlanta, but also when I'm in other places, or maybe if I take a solo trip somewhere. I know coffee shops and working in coffee shops are my love language. I'm gonna try to get into that more often. But essentially, what I wanted to talk to you guys about. So I said that I wanted to go on a solo date today because I've been feeling a little bit off the last 2 days. And I'll preface this by saying, I guess my reasonings, part of the reason why I feel off, if I had to explain it, I would say being single is great. Being single is fun. You don't have any worries. It's very carefree. You have time to do stuff like this, or pour into yourself a whole lot more. Not to say you can't pour into yourself when you're in a relationship, but it's just a whole lot easier to do things like this. And you just have less worries when you get something to eat. You don't have to worry about, did my partner eat? Do I need to call them and see if they want anything? It's messed up if I just do this one thing for myself. I really only got enough money for myself. But you're constantly thinking about another person, putting their wants and desires likely before your own. You don't have to worry about inconveniencing anybody. There's a lot of pros to being single. However, there are also cons. And if you're anything like me, you do thrive off of partnership and maybe merely attention. My job, I have a journalism degree. I literally went to school to perfect how I perform in front of others. I chose that career path because I loved the feeling I had when I danced in front of people, when I sang, when I acted, when I was a child. I did a lot of musicals and plays. Essentially, I knew okay, maybe performing arts isn't my career path, because honestly, I didn't want to audition for my check. I wanted a guaranteed check, but I was like, what can I do that still allows me to be in front of people and performing in front of people that is consistent money? And that, to me, that led me to journalism. It wasn't because I love the news so bad. I'm just a very good orator, in my opinion. And I just do well in front of people. That could lead me anywhere. I might be a teacher when I get older, because that's essentially a way of performing. If I am a collegiate lecturer, or maybe I'm just speaking like this, doing this, speaking to a camera, eventually speaking to thousands and thousands of people who look to me for influence. I like to be in front of people. I say all that to say, I've noticed as of late that is a little bit connected to this desire for attention. And my favorite kind of attention is attention from men. I'm not too scared to say it. And who doesn't like that? So when you're in a relationship, hopefully you have somebody to tell you you look pretty. You have somebody to tell you they miss you, they like you, they want to see you, they like how that looks on you. You have that constant reassurance of like, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, I'm infatuated with you, I like you real bad. And sometimes even when you're not in a relationship and you're getting those things, it might be enough to keep you around. Whew, I just hit a nerve with my damn self, because there are a couple people who like I haven't really been responsive to in some way, shape, or form. I may have cut them off. And that's because I realized that I don't really like them all that much. I realized that I liked the attention they were giving me. Since I've become single, I've dealt with people who were actually like infatuated with me, and they were nowhere near my type. They were showing me something different. It's not to say that they weren't great people. Not everybody, but most of the people I've dealt with since I've been single have been great people. And, you know, I'm like, you know what? They deserve a shot. They deserve this. They deserve that. And then I'd have people be like, well, fuck what they deserve. Do you like them? And I'd be like, like looking down the line, can you actually see yourself waking up to that every morning? And I was like, and it's not even just looks, it's vibes. Like once people started to show like obsessive qualities, I was like, I don't know. Once people started to show me that they were just more in it for the physical aspects, I get turned off very easily by that, because my lady parts they thrive off of this and this, okay? This and this. So once I'm getting the vibe that you're solely in it for, you know, I start getting turned off. When I feel like you're not like tapping into any deeper aspects of me, I get turned off. And then when on the inverse, when you tell me you like me, like when I tap into a different level of like emotion with you, I'm like in love and I want to go crazy. Like that's what I turn into. It gets a little crazy, but that's how you access that part of me. So once I started feeling that, I was like, other people were obsessive. Other people just weren't listening to me, weren't making me feel heard. But essentially, I dealt with a lot of things that really weren't up my alley, just simply because of the attention. So I've made the conscious decision to release some of those people from my daily communication. Not saying I'm cut people off cold turkey, because unless you really did me greasy, I don't feel the need to do that to people. But if you just weren't doing it for me and I was entertaining it for the simple reason of like, okay, he's itching a scratch I haven't had itch in a while, I let them go, right? So that's not everybody. Some people I really did start to like, and with those people, just you have to like take your time with it, because naturally once you start liking it, you want it all the time. And when you are in a space that I am in, which is I'm single, I'm dating, I'm trying to date intentionally because I am 26. I don't want to keep wasting my time with busters. I am single and I am operating in a space where I'm trying to date intentionally, but at the same time I'm not rushing things. I'm not going out of my way looking for a relationship, because I'm fresh out and I stand on that and I stand serious about that. It's just finding that balance of like, okay, I like this person, they like me back, we're doing things that may get misconstrued, that may cause some feelings to be felt. However, we both know what it is and we're not going to rush it. With that being said, you start to want certain things naturally. Like you can't even control the fact that you want certain things. Like maybe you want that feeling of reassurance and attention all the time, right? But this person is not your significant other. They're not your like partner. There's someone that could potentially be that, but you're getting there, so you can't hold any obligation to that. So now that I've broken it down the best that I could without just giving all of my business, essentially I've started to feel like, okay, maybe I should stop looking to men to provide that feeling of reassurance and just making me feel special, making me feel pretty, making me feel desired. I'm like, you know what? I'm mad because maybe you're mad because you didn't talk to that person. The person that does that for you, whether it's multiple people or one person. Maybe you're mad that you haven't talked to that person all day. But that's not your boyfriend, that's not your girlfriend, so you really can't be mad. So pretty much where I'm at is, and where maybe you're at, maybe that's why you're still watching. Maybe that person who has been doing that for you, they may or may not be they're likely not your significant other, but they've been doing it for you, right? For whatever reason, they're not. But because they're not your boyfriend or your girlfriend, you can't hold them to that obligation. You gotta play it cool. And maybe it's time to have that conversation, maybe it's not. But however, for me, I know that I am not in a space where I need a relationship right now. So I asked myself, what do I do when I feel this way? I asked myself, why do I feel this way? And I came to the conclusion that it's because I look to men to provide me with that feeling of reassurance. And I don't know why that is. I know all of the things about myself. I'm pretty, I'm fun to be around, I'm a blast, I'm this and I'm that. And of course, it's just always better when it's coming out of somebody else's mouth. It's even better when it's coming out of the mouth of a man, in my opinion, if you swing that way, or female if you swing the other way. Essentially, like anyone that you're interested in, it feels a lot better. So over the last 2 days, I found myself trying to go out and do different things so that I can get that feeling from someone else. Like, you know what? For whatever reason, the person I really, really like ain't doing it right now. Like, I don't know if they got comfortable. I don't know if they just busy. Like, you really can't fault the person because that is not your girlfriend. That is not your boyfriend. Y'all are not in a relationship. So you're like, you know what? For whatever reason, I could not put a pin on that feeling or whatever it was that I was craving. But I'm like, you know what? I just did up my whole new hairstyle. Like, I was looking cute. I went out. I was looking cute. I bagged nothing. That's not like me. And it's not because I wasn't eating down, because I was, obviously. Like, I eat every time. However, there just wasn't nobody that was giving. Or maybe when the people that was fine, they wasn't talking. They wasn't opening up their mouths. They was on mute. Like, it was on. That's another thing I started to really dislike about Atlanta, but that's a whole other conversation for another day. Anywho, I essentially was like, I found myself only really wanting to do stuff just to get that feeling. Like, I need a couple of people on my line, like, almost like I needed to remind myself I'm that girl. And I felt like that could be measured based upon people I bagged, or measured based upon how many men I had hit in my line. And when I started to realize, it just really dawned on me this weekend that I don't really have too many people hit my line, put it that way. My options are slim. And that was a conscious decision. I could continue to entertain people that really weren't doing it for me just so I have people hitting my line, but I realized that's not what I want. I really just want to entertain. I want to entertain and get to know people that are genuinely interested in getting to know me and want to get to know me for me and do it for me. I don't want to talk to people just because they're giving me attention. So when I felt that way, it really set in yesterday, but I was experiencing it over the last couple of days, if I'm being honest with myself. I'm like, constantly have my head on a swivel. A good example of that is my girl Sexy Red. She got a song and it go like this: I'm looking for the hoes. And you see this action right here? I do that every time the song comes on. In a club, in the car, at the pregame, at the kickback, and it's super fun, it's super cute, like it's just a dance or whatever. But no, it's serious for me. Reason being is because I realize I am constantly looking for the hoes. Like 9 times out of 10, when people ask me where I want to go where the man is at. Where are the men, and where are the fine men? Where are the men spending money? That's where I want to go. And I'm wondering if that's like preventing me from finding like Himothy, because I'm constantly looking for it. Like, I don't know if I met my husband already, or if I'm gonna meet him in the grocery store, at the gym, or at a bar, at SCK when I go on a solo date there, or whenever. But I just know that constantly looking for it is leaving me feeling like it's not working, and what am I doing wrong? And I don't like that feeling. So I had an epiphany last night that pretty much I did some journaling. It was late at night. I did some journaling and I wrote it down. I asked myself the tough questions. And the conclusion that I came to was that for whatever reason, I needed male validation. I was looking for it, reassurance, validation from men. My idea to fix it was like, maybe I feel like I need a man to take me out to get pretty. I don't know, just a small example. Maybe I feel like I need a man to tell me I'm pretty to feel pretty, almost. Or maybe I need to measure my like self-worth with like the possession of a man, a fine man, a man with money. And that's not all just me and my like things wrong with myself internally. Some of that is like what I'm consuming constantly. I feel like we're also in wedding season. Is it just me, or it feels like you open Instagram and everybody's getting the fuck married? Excuse my French, but I've just been on this like, I don't want to see that right now. And I feel so bad because I'm happy for everybody. Like, I love that for y'all. However, I be looking at the clock, and I be looking at my phone, and I be looking at myself, and I be looking at these people, how happy they are, and I be wondering like, why hasn't that happened for me yet? And I get pessimistic because I felt that way before. Like, we're not going to not talk about it. I know y'all seen how like sure I was at one point. I know y'all seen that. The people that really been here seen that. And if you haven't, take a trip down my channel, down memory lane, and you'll see it. It's not a good feeling, because then you're like, they say if you'll know when you know, you'll feel it. You don't have to go looking for it, it'll find you. But like, I really felt like I had that feeling. I felt like it was organic and natural, and everything was like faith and ordained, and poof, it was gone, blew up in my face. Sidebar, I just got this. I feel so happy. I be putting it on before I go to bed and everything. I just like smelling it. And it's another thing, like, I just did for myself, make myself feel like that girl, essentially. Just want to feel like that girl. So I say all this to say, I'm going on a solo date because I realized that depending on whether it's one man, like, you might have a bunch of hoes, but your favorite is your favorite, and he's not giving you the favorite treatment. Maybe it's that. Or maybe you don't have any right now, and you're like, how come I don't? Or maybe your tolerance and your patience is extremely thin, and you're just like, I can't tolerate this BS, so I'm alone right now. Don't feel like you have to get that attention and that like that wooing from a man in order to feel that way. You see my lace lift, I'm going to ignore that, okay? Don't feel like a man has to make you feel pretty and like desirable in order for those things to be true. That's the gist that I wanted to like reiterate to y'all and to myself. All of those things are true with or without the validation of a man. You really don't need the validation from a man for anything. I'm not going to sit here in front. It is nice to have a man to tell you all those things. But when you go out with the sole purpose of looking for that, you're less likely to find it. Knowing that you feel that about yourself and you carry yourself accordingly, I wholeheartedly believe you'll attract it. So I told myself today, well, last night when I was journaling, like, I'm going to just treat myself that way. I don't need a man to take me out to feel pretty and go out. I got all these dresses. I'm like, oh, I need that for a datey date. Like, I need that for a fancy whenever. I have yet to be asked out on a real fancy date. Like, Ruth Chris, like, Nobu. Like, that hasn't happened for me yet. It's not to say that it won't anytime soon. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But I can do those things myself. Do I want to pay for it? No. Let's be for real. However, I can if I really want to go. And otherwise, I can go during happy hour. I work from home now, baby. I can take my laptop everywhere. I'm taking my laptop where I'm going right now. Granted, it's a Sunday. This is a intentional solo date. I'm going to go work on my channel at a coffee shop. I love coffee and I love vibes and aesthetic, and that's what I really enjoy solo time the most. So if you've been feeling how I've been feeling, where you just haven't been getting that attention and maybe you're seeking it because you're just in that era of your life right now where you're just like, I know I'm pretty, I know I'm smart, I know I'm great, but I want a man. There's nothing wrong with feeling that way. But just ask yourself why you feel that way and try to tap in to those things on your own. I feel like I needed that validation from a man in order to like feel desirable, to feel pretty. I mean, not to feel pretty, but like I knew I looked pretty, but I'm constantly checking my DMs and seeing how many people like swiped up and all that. Why am I doing that? I look in the mirror, I know I look good, so I turn my notifications off. I don't need that. And that might be a good idea for y'all if y'all feel that way too. I don't got no hoes for real right now. Very slim pickings on the men that can hit my phone and be like, I want to see you, I want to take you out, I want to get you flowers and all that other stuff. So instead of crying and weeping about it, I'm going to take myself out. I'm going to get cute on my own. I'm going to buy myself some flowers. I can do all of those things for myself, and the more that I do those things for myself, I'll start to carry myself like a person who's not operating from lack, operating from a place of abundance. If I feel like I'm yearning it, I'm craving it, it's because I'm operating from a place of lack. I don't have that, so I'm yearning it, I'm craving it, I'm willing to get it from damn near anywhere. I'm willing to go to the club and I don't even feel like going to the club, but I'm like, I know guys are going to try to talk to me and do this, that, and the third, and will they be the type of men that I really want to entertain? No. The next day I will not text them. I will get a free drink and feel like I did something. The whole time I don't need that to feel like I did something, you know what I'm saying? That one little free drink is not that deep. Take yourself out. If you're in the mood for a drink, go get it. If a guy buy you one, take it. But you don't have to do all of that just for that, just to have that feeling. That's what I'm trying to say. So hopefully that got through to you guys. I'm about to get dressed real quick. I'll show you what I have on, and then we're gonna go head out because we need to hurry if we're gonna get some editing done before they close at 3. This is the final look though. So pretty. I decided to go with this cream little off-white bodysuit and these denim jeans. These are from Forever 21. The top is 2, and I'm also wearing it with these boots. They're like knee-high. No, they're thigh-high boots. My mom gave me. They're like a nice dark brown color with a wooden heel. These are Vince Camuto, and I'm wearing this with this khaki jacket that I also got from Forever 21. I don't know about you guys, but I feel a partnership coming on. Like, y'all let me know. But yeah, it's very fall vibes. I'm also gonna pair with this bag. This H&M. Like, I love this bag. It's like a really pretty material too. Very simple, nothing much going on inside. Got it on sale, but I have my laptop, my purse, and my charger and hard drive for editing. It is 12:30. Let's just quick throw on some jewelry. It's a nice, just chill little Michael Kors watch, and then maybe some gold hoops. It's not far. Luckily, it should be like 10 minutes away. I need some solid, like thick gold hoops like this, but I want them like in smaller sizes. I think those are so pretty. These are starting to tarnish. My gosh. I was like, these would probably be nice. I really need to do some retail therapy. That could have been the other thing. Something I didn't mention earlier that I want to now is that my friend and I, we didn't finish it, but we started a date jar. That's a great proactive idea to help you if you're ever feeling the way that I'm feeling. Yesterday, I was inclined to finish it. However, that didn't happen because it was late, and I just was like, I know I want to go to a coffee shop. So let's just look up different coffee shops to go to and go to one. I think I'm going to pair this. Remember, I'm wearing this. It has this scent, the 62 in the Brazilian Crush. This is pistachio and salted caramel. It has like vanilla tones. Do it one more time just for the vibes. So I'm trying to think of like what perfume would complement it the best. I really need to step up my perfume game. I like to carry a body oil on me. These are regular like beauty supply store body oils, but I always keep one on me just because I think it would go best with YSL Black Opium. Yeah, because it's like sweet, but it has like a little grown twang on the top. That or this is Mon Paris by YSL as well. I really wish I had like a Kayali, cherry vanilla, something like that. I have a lot of stuff on my fragrance list. Just trying to think of like what pairs well with what, because I always want to top it off with like a perfume. That's another thing that I just feel like will make me feel like that girl. When I walk past you, you smell me. Like, damn, what she got on? That's what the vibe I want to invoke all the time. But yeah, the date jar is a really good idea for anybody that might be feeling similar to how I was feeling. That way you're in a funk, you're like, you know what, like these men acting crazy, or these girls acting like they don't know who the 5-star man is. So let me just remind myself, let me do my big one for me. And then you'll pick a popsicle stick out of the jar and have all the date ideas on there, and you can color code them for like, this stuff is free, this stuff is requires a drive, this stuff is outdoors, and it could be like indoor, outdoor, free, I don't know, cost money, whatever, or eating. Like those are different ways you can categorize them, like by color coding them. But I know I'm gonna have like a bunch of different places to visit in terms of aesthetic coffee shops and just vibes. Like this is one of my favorite things to do. I could also do this on a picnic blanket outside if the weather's nice. I can do this in a real restaurant, like at a bar. Like I love going to sit at the bar by myself. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get like a little baby brunch and an espresso martini, but we're not gonna get anything if we don't leave right now. So let's go.
Style waffle, only available at Cultivate. With our
taking no flicks, but the whole click snap. There's a whole lot of people in the house trying to smoke with the yak.